Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending upon where you're joining us from. My name is Sabah Heather. I'll be your meditation and breathwork instructor today. This is our fourth class, and I'm so glad that you're joining us, that you're practicing with us, and hopefully these classes are benefiting you. The good thing about these classes is that they are recorded, so you can go back to these classes, practice again and again, and make them part of your everyday, if not, multiple times a day practice. It's so easy to center ourselves. It's so easy to bring joy and vitality into our being. It's just being mindful about bringing these qualities into our being. Today is Valentine's Day, and our practice is also going to be based on love, but a special kind of love. We are very good at giving love and sharing love. We are very good at being of service. We are very good at taking care of needs of others. However, we struggle when it comes to a certain special type of love, and that love is self-love. We struggle when we have to extend love and grace to our own selves. We struggle when we have to put our needs at the top of the list. We struggle when we have to be of service to our own selves. So today's practice is all about finding that aspect of our being that allows for us to love ourselves. And that can be especially difficult for women, because we are told that you're only worthy of love if you fit into a certain box, if you look a certain way, if you behave a certain way, and these parameters go on and on and on. So it becomes really difficult for us to start to love ourselves. Today, we will tap into who we are beyond the physical body, who we are beyond our level of knowledge, level of education, because these are very limiting standards. These are very limiting beliefs about our own selves. These are very limited achievements. We are so much more than the physical. We are so much more than our thoughts, the mind, the education, the knowledge we have. We are way beyond that. We are magnificent beyond our own understanding. So if possible, we'll try to see ourselves with all its magnificence, with all its beauty, and try to practice self-love. So go ahead, when you are ready, rest your hands on your knees or your thighs, and allow the tips of your index fingers to touch each other. Take a comfortable seated position and close your eyes. You can be sitting on a chair, you can be on the ground. You can even lean back into your chair or the wall behind you to support your spine. Ground down through your feet, legs, and hips. Push back with your belly just a little bit. Feel that tilt in the pelvis. Allow the chest to lift up, the ribcage to lift up, yet keep your shoulders and arms heavy towards the ground. Eyes are softly closed. The crown of the head growing up towards the sky. Affirm to yourself, I am here. I am present. I am ready. I'm here on my mat, on my chair, in my room, in my house, in my office. Wherever you are practicing your meditation, your breath work today, say that to yourself internally, where your physical space is, what your physical space is in this moment. I'm present in my practice mentally. I draw my thoughts to the present moment. And I'm ready to go wherever my practice will take me emotionally and spiritually. I am here. I am present. I am ready. Remind yourself that for the next few minutes, you will only focus on yourself. Everything else is irrelevant, not important in this moment, in this practice. It's all about you. It's all about self-work. Take a moment to notice how your morning has been so far. And we'll again start to count our breath and see how many times are we able to breathe in 1 minute. We won't change the breath. We won't manipulate it. We won't take deep breaths in. Rather, just continue to breathe as we are, as we showed up to the practice. Go ahead and take one preparatory breath and start. And stop. Now that we know the number of breaths we are able to take in 1 minute, now we'll start pranayama. Now we'll start expansion of the breath. Soften your belly now. Again, push the spine back a little bit. And that's the balance that you'll have to find here, pushing the belly back so you elongate your lower back. And then relax the abdomen, the abdominal wall. So we create plenty of space in our lower abdomen so that the breath can be big here. We have to physically ready ourselves to be able to take a big breath here. The spine is slightly pushed back. The belly is soft and loose. Feeling the diaphragm push the belly down as you take the breath into your chest. And as you exhale, pull the belly in toward the spine now. Visualize your belly as a piston, as a pump. And you're using your abdominal wall, you're using your belly in and out. Exhale, inhale. Use your belly to create space in yourself so that the lungs can start to expand, so that the diaphragm can function properly. So you can retrain yourself, the body and the mind, to breathe the way you were breathing when you were a baby. To go back to that careless, worryless, happy, joyous state of being. And in that joyous state of being, nobody needs to teach you how to breathe right. You're just breathing right on your own. That's how you were as a baby. See yourself, picture yourself as a baby. See yourself breathing big. Maybe you're taking a nap. Not a care in the world. Soft smile on your face. And see if you can retrain the mind to start to breathe like that again. And once we start to breathe like that again, maybe we can invite that carefree state of being in this moment. Maybe we can bring that soft smile to our face in this moment. Today we will do very important work. I want you to visualize yourself standing outside of a moat. But there is something in the center. You just don't know yet what. You're standing outside of this moat. You see this big circular wall all around something, around this really precious, something special at the center of this wall, this structure. See yourself, or imagine your awareness alone. Maybe you don't see yourself here. Maybe you just experience, maybe you're just feeling your presence outside of this big wall, this circular wall. It's so high that it is impossible to see what's on the inside. And you heard great things about what exists at the center of this structure. You're intrigued, it's mysterious, it's magical. But the wall comes in the way of you being able to get to the center. You're determined in this moment today. And you say to yourself, I will get to the center. I will reach what is in the center that is precious, that is unique, that is beautiful. So in your mind's eye, you focus all your attention, you focus, and you start to break this wall down, one brick at a time. Once you start to break this wall down, you see this domino effect. And this big, huge circular wall starts to crumble. Feel that excitement in yourself as you start to visualize the wall falling apart brick by brick. Every brick is a negative thought, a social pattern, a social conditioning that is ingrained in you, that prevents you from seeing the true you, that prevents you from really taking the time to acknowledge the magnificence of you. All the things that anyone has ever said to you that was negative, that was hurtful, any negative experience, any social conditioning, any things that were said to you that created a concrete idea in your mind about your own self, that wasn't positive. But you took it to your heart, you kept it close to yourself and made it a part of yourself. Can you give yourself the permission today to allow this wall to break, to allow these negative thoughts that have created this big structure, this big wall? Let the wall break. One breath at a time, one brick at a time. And notice the excitement as you start to walk in. You go in closer. You're excited. And you see that there is another wall. It's a little bit discouraging to you in this moment, but you're also intrigued now. You realize that the outer wall was my social conditioning, my societal conditioning, and I was able to break through that. Is it possible for me to find out what the second wall is all about? There is excitement already in you for being able to break through the first wall. There is intrigue in you in finding out what else is there that prevents me from seeing my own true self. This wall is your own thoughts. The constant barrage of thoughts. Not only when you're awake, but also when you're asleep. The stories go on and on and on. Take a moment to acknowledge how much mental energy is utilized, is exhausted in keeping these thoughts constantly going in your mind. How much they take you away from being able to focus on your true self and being able to see your true self. Are they distracting often? Are they negative often? Are they constant? The moment you acknowledge them, magical things happen. The moment you give yourself the permission to break this wall of your thoughts, constant thoughts, thoughts are necessary, constant barraging thoughts, not necessary. Start to break this wall down. Excitement continues. You're happy. Now you're jumping towards, as you start to move towards the center. You're jumping in excitement. There's this childlike playfulness as you walk towards the center. You're skipping and you're dancing. You're singing and you're smiling this big smile. And you get to a place that is closer to the center. And you realize there is one more wall. This is the wall of your emotions. This is the wall that is closest to you. This is the wall that is most impactful. Take a moment to acknowledge what thoughts as a child you were allowed to feel, what emotions you were allowed to feel, and what emotions were you not allowed to feel. And all the emotions that you were not allowed to feel stand in the way of you seeing yourself in the fullest. What were some of the thoughts some of the feelings that you were not allowed to feel? Were you not allowed to be angry? Were you not allowed to be frustrated? Were you not allowed to be disappointed? Were you not allowed to cry? Were you not allowed to wallow in your failure? Were you not allowed to jump and feel excited? Were you not allowed to be open? Were you not allowed to be receptive? Were you not allowed to love yourself the way you are? Were you not allowed to celebrate who you are in that moment? Rather, were told to continue to work, continue to grow, continue to evolve, to reach for something that is unattainable, that is never ending. This is the final wall. This is the thickest and strongest wall. Will you be able to give yourself the permission to break through this wall? Do you want to break through this wall? Before you start to break this wall, give yourself the permission to feel all your emotions, the navarasas, all the different emotions, the good, the bad, and everything in between. For you are human. And you're allowed to feel, you're allowed to experience all these emotions in their fullest form, in their totality. For that's what makes you human. You promise yourself to not get stuck in one emotion. You promise yourself today to allow yourself to feel all the emotions. Meander from one to the other as life unfolds in front of you, teaching you. And allow this final thought to start to break down as well. As you start to break down this wall, notice how the breath is. Is the chest tight? Are the shoulders shrugged up? For this seems like a lot of emotional, lot of mental, lot of spiritual work. Feel the physical body free up from this tension and continue to do the self-work, continue to do the work of the heart, continue to break this wall down. Now you're even more excited. Now you're jumping with joy. Now you're smiling such a big smile. You've never seen yourself smile such big a smile. Now you reach to the temple. Now you reach to the center of the building. Now you reach to yourself. You see yourself sitting at the center. And if you were to visualize yourself in all your magnificence, all your qualities that are tapped or untapped, all the gifts, all the work, all the service, all the friendships, all the relationships that you have created around yourself, all the challenges that you have worked through, all the hard work and perseverance, all the tapas, all your dedication. When you start to see yourself in your totality, in your magnificence, the body changes, something transformative happens inside of you. You feel the chest burst open, you feel the body open. There is this tingling sensation, you feel the surge of energy flowing through your body. Have you ever seen yourself in totality, in full magnificence of your being? And as you're seeing yourself as this magnificent being, how do you look different? How do you feel different? How do you see yourself different? Do you see yourself as pure light? Light that cannot be contained, light that is beyond the structure, beyond this space that you've created inside your mind. Radiant, powerful, energetic, joyous, full of vitality. Do you see yourself as this energy being? Do you see yourself as the goddess? Do you see yourself as a presence that can only be felt? That can only be felt as love, compassion, kindness? That can only touch hearts and can evoke emotions pure and beautiful? Maybe you see yourself as a combination of all of these three things today. Embrace it. Let yourself open up. I love myself. I love myself. This may seem foreign, this may seem weird, but you need your love the most. In order for you to be able to give love to others, I love myself. Fill your cup first. Attuned to my heart's inner light, I fill myself up with joy and vitality. Attuned to my heart's inner light, I live my life with joy and vitality. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. Go ahead and start to count your own breath. Take one preparatory breath. Breathe it all out. And let's start. 1 more minute, observing the breath here. Keep counting the number of breaths that you take in the final 1 minute of today's practice. And stop. Release the mudra, release your hands, bring movement back to your body, sway from side to side. Rock back and forth. Circles with the head if that feels good. A couple of them clockwise and a couple of them anti-clockwise. Ending the class with 3 full breaths together. Inhale, lift the arms up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more full breaths here. I bow down to the goodness in you, the universe that dwells in you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy Valentine's Day. And if you are willing to share about your breath work, about your practice, you're more than welcome to do so. We can stop the recording here. Thank you.